Hello, I am Faelan Shiva, and I'm here on the Everyday Priestess channel with our astrology forecast. So I'm excited to get these started. Soon there'll be once a week broadcasts, but right now we're going to cover 2 weeks at a time while we get this amazing channel rolling. And I'm glad you're here. So it happens to be the Aquarius new moon today, around 4:30 Pacific time. And what an amazing time to start this quest together. So with an Aquarius new moon, we have this opportunity to really envision the future that we want to create. And it's really important that we get still and quiet and ground ourselves and feel as well as think about what collective future we want. Obviously, it is January 29th, 2025 right now. So there's a lot of intense changes happening here in the United States. And it would be the shadow side of Aquarius to shut down, to just become emotionally detached, or to spin out in our minds and run around in mental circles and not do anything. But it's really important that we actually ground ourselves, soften our bellies, relax our shoulders, relax our faces. Get grounded and quiet and feel as well as think what collective future for not just myself, not my personal goals only, but for humanity do I want to create? Where do I need to watch out for becoming cold and detached? And what step or steps can I take towards creating this future? So those are our questions for this new moon today. Yeah. We have some other big things happening, which tomorrow, January 30th, Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, comes out of retrograde. I'm kind of interested to see what will happen when this planet that is really known for big shakeups, just sudden changes, thunderbolts and lightning and earthquakes, and just tear it all down so we can build it up again kind of energy. Really quite the freedom fighter of planets, and he's been in retrograde for some time. He comes out tomorrow in Taurus. So I'm curious to see how that will play into the events that we're seeing play out. It may feel to us that some part of our drive to shake up systems wakes up. It may feel like some big sudden changes that we feel like are outside of our control are happening. And it may feel like a sudden aha moment. Just, oh my gosh, I see something in a new way now. So that's our Uranus coming out of retrograde tomorrow. Let's see what else is on my list I wanted to cover today. We have, I think this is going to be really sweet, and I hope a compassionate and soft time for us on February 1st. We have the moon, Neptune, Venus, and the north node of the moon all conjunct in Pisces. And that north node is really inviting us to take a step toward the evolution of love and compassion and a sense of oneness with all beings. I say that the North Node invites us because it's outside of our comfort zone. Where the North Node leads is kind of our quest, our assignment, but it's not something we're familiar with yet, necessarily. So it's this invitation toward evolution. Yeah. Now, with the Moon and Venus and Neptune all in Pisces and the North Node, this is a real opportunity for us to take refuge in artistic practices, in music, in art and beauty, as well as meditation, as well as really sitting with our spiritual practices and just taking refuge there. It can also be a time that feels confusing, especially if you don't have a lot of Pisces energy in your chart. It can feel like, oh, this boundaryless place that is like dream time imagination can be a confusing place as well. And it can also really feel like, fuck it all, I'm just gonna drink the night away and find refuge in oblivion. But hopefully we all realize that that's not true refuge. So those are some things to be aware of. Hopefully we can really lean into that sweet, compassionate oneness with all things energy for February 1st. Then on February 3rd, almost midnight, so probably feeling it more on February 4th, Venus jumps into fiery Aries. So now our relatability, the way that we react and integrate with other humans, it gets a little spicy. It wants to stand up for itself, and it wants a little bit of rough play, and it wants a little bit of banter. And Venus in Aries wants to act first and think later. So it might be nice to just have a little bit of a sense of adventure with people you really enjoy. Venus is often seen as the planet of love, and that's certainly true, but really it's harmony between people and things. So those friends that you have that you just really enjoy their company, you just really get along great, you just love being around them, those also count. So it might be time for you to get together with your besties and go have an adventure, or definitely it can be about speaking out about what you're passionate about, speaking out about how to create beauty and harmony and justice in the world we find ourselves in. Because Venus, though we think about her mostly as a planet of beauty and love and romance and art and prosperity and abundance, all true things, but that's not all of her. She is also fierce. She also knows how to say no. She also governs over law, justice, the balance of two sides of things, mediation. So we can lean into that as well. Yeah. Okay. A 2-week astrological forecast. Is there anything else I really want to Jupiter goes direct February 4th. You can see the smile on my face. I'm really looking forward to that because because I'm a Sagittarius, so Jupiter is an important planet for me, but also because there's this sense of good will and fortune and confidence that we all really need. And when Jupiter comes out of retrograde, I think we'll feel a little more supercharged than we have been. And feeling like the wheel of fortune is rolling again. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. That will be in Gemini. Now, the thing to watch out for with Jupiter in Gemini is there's so many opportunities. Oh my gosh, there's so many opportunities and so many ideas. And it's really tempting to try and take all of them, every single one. But that you can do anything, but you can't do everything is really wise advice for that time. So I would say let all the ideas come and choose the best ones and put your energy there. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I feel like those are a lot of really wonderful things to kind of soak in and focus on. I know with astrology, it's like if you're really into astrology and you understand the language and you are familiar with the planets, then it's real easy to listen and get excited about. And if you're just kind of newer to astrology, it starts to sound like just so many words that don't have a lot of place to land as far as understanding or meaning. So I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, and I encourage you to relate with astrology wherever you're at. If you're curious, great. If you are an avid astrologer, great. Everyone is welcome here. And I'm hoping, so this channel is new and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that we can kind of get some feedback from everyone and find out who our audience is. What do you want to hear more of? What feels... Give us feedback. How can we direct these broadcasts? I'll be coming to you weekly on Wednesdays with an astrology forecast and a tarot pull at the end, which we'll do in a moment. And so let us know. What would you like more of or less of? And we'll do our best to try and form something that feels meaningful. Okay, so considering everything we talked about coming up in the next 2 weeks, what is one card that wants to be heard for this 2-week period? Which, interestingly, I didn't plan it this way. Today is new moon in Aquarius. Love that timing. The next time I'll be broadcasting here is in 2 weeks on the Leo full moon. So what is one card that wants to be heard from now till then? The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is all about the potential of new beginnings that have power. New beginnings that have power. So I want you, between now, new moon in Aquarius, and 2 weeks from now, full moon in Leo, to really think about, where does your passion come from? How can you cultivate a sense of purpose and lean into that? Lean into that. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it right there for now. What really drives your passion and how can you cultivate it? New moon in Aquarius, new ideas, innovation, future goals, community, human evolution. Full moon in Leo. Express it. Let the world hear it. Manifest that shit. Ace of Wands. What is the spark that you are going to feed? Okay, great. So I am Faelan Shiva. If you want to know more about me and my work, you can visit my website, roseofvenus.com, and I'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks.